Hello, welcome to Malaysia, the Malaysian Grand Prix in IRFL. About 5 minutes till the race starts. 10 drivers, I think there's 9 or 10 right now. They're all going to set a lap now. Because Ion needs really to set a lap before they join the race, because we had that in a few other races, a problem with that.
I do believe there is a formation lap here, so
Yeah, there's a formation lap in most leagues.
Mm.
We've got a whole 20-car grid in WDRL, so...
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever seen a large grid here. Usually around 15 is the most we get.
Yeah, I've never seen 20 cars on a grid. But we have,
Yeah.
in WDRL, we have got it in Qatar.
Yeah.
It's going to be chaos. There's going to be like 5 retirements every lap. Not 5 retirements. It's going to be like, there's going to be chaos at turn 1. Everyone's going to be going to turn 1. Don't know what's happening. So,
Yeah.
everyone should be done by the F1, the real F1.
Yes, I'm hoping so.
Yep.
There is 27 laps, including the formation, so
And they're only
hopefully
a minute a lap normally, so...
Yeah.
It'll be close
So
by, but it'll be 5 minutes-ish before it, probably.
That's enough time.
Probably 5 minutes before the race.
Yeah.
Run over
Well,
and
unless
get the
there's
F1.
any safety cars, in which case it might overlap a little bit.
If we can, we should just get the race a bit shorter by about a few laps.
Yeah.
It won't harm anything, really.
No, I doubt so.
Yeah, just doing it to 25 laps, for example, won't change anything.
No.
Only if there's a battle for the lead, really, but...
Oh well.
oh well. Oh, that's Aston's really sliding. I don't know who that is. I think that's Denner.
Yes, Dennis the gamer.
The bumps are lethal at this track.
Yeah,
Kind of
as I'm racing, it's quite hard.
Yeah, and also, I've seen on the quali laps, all the drivers are basically wall riding through the bank corner.
Yeah, it is the tactic to go up and above and over.
It's a bit reminiscent of Zandvoort in F1 in turn 3, I think it is.
Yes.
I'm not good with corner numbers.
Because turn 1 is the first turn after
corner.
the straight, 180. Then it's turn 2, 3. Yeah, turn 4ish.
Turn 3, 4. I don't know if the like kink counts really. Kink at the exit. Should.
Yeah.
Yep. So right now ASN quickest with a 109.3 in this. I don't know what to call it. Just
pre-race session, I would imagine.
For me, it's just normally just set a lap and you can join the race because there is Ion glitches out a lot.
Yeah.
Both Alfa Romeo are still in the pit lane. Reckons in the
yeah.
And AR2 is in the barriers with a big incident there.
Yeah, he does that sometimes. I think last race it was him. Oh no, his teammate. Sorry, Pilot OUS crashed.
Yes. He got knocked out in Q1 yesterday. I believe if both Alpha Tauri's got knocked out in Q1.
Yes, they did. I'll be looking for a good start for today's race then.
Stealthy dominated qualifying as well by, I think he got pole by 8-9 attempts in the end.
Yeah, Stealthy is quite a good driver, especially over a lap. I think he has struggled in the past couple of races with consistent pace, so it'll be interesting to see whether he can get on top of that one and come out on the top.
As well, he's the IRFL World Champion as well. Got crowned about a month ago now, something like that.
Oh yeah, so plenty of experience then.
Yep. We also broadcast that, and I've frantic experience commentating a lot of these drivers, including ASM, Chaos and Stealthy. Chaos didn't get the lap together in qualifying either, so looked pretty one of the quicker drivers in Q1, but then just couldn't get the lap together and start P6 today.
Of course, there is a difference in setup between these drivers, presumably, because, you know, cars tune differently and drivers prefer different styles, so maybe he just didn't quite have the right setup going into the later stages of the qualifying.
Yep. Looks like TGM Peter Hu in the McLaren didn't take part in qualifying. Will the drivers starting the pit lane that didn't take part in qualifying yesterday?
Yes, they do. TGM usually is quite quick. In this league, I think he got podium a couple races back. I'd have to double check the results, but is usually very quick around these tracks.
So the race should be starting any time now, because it is 1:15 now.
Yep.
There's a Haas in the barriers. There. Don't know what Haas that is.
I do believe.
Might be late.
Yeah, Lake Glue. I think they're now in the pits. And ASM as well now in the pits.
ASM, I don't think he's gonna go out again. I think he'll just stay in the pit lane.
No. Well, drivers would have been practicing throughout the day, I would imagine, as well, leading up to this. So maybe not seeing a need to go out as Chaos has now started the race.
Someone else that didn't put their lap together was Dragon. One of the favourites.
Yes, Dragon. Yes, they were. I think they did have a very good race back in Canada. Actually getting, I think it was 3rd place on their debut, fighting with TGM, but inevitably crashed.
As well, the race is about to start in about 10 seconds time. We will have the Malaysian Grand Prix in season, I forgot what season it is. Season something.
Yeah, the second season here
Yes,
on
yes.
IRFL.
So, 27 laps will have the formation lap first. So everyone will go into their position they got from qualifying. So, Stealthy will go to the front of the pack for this race.
Yep.
Surprisingly, in WDRL, no retirements in the first 4 laps.
Oh,
All 20 drivers
quite
are
an
still.
achievement.
All 20 drivers are still in the race, and also there's a battle for the lead. So,
Oh.
yesterday qualifying was really good because we had about, I think, 18 drivers. Or so.
Oh wow.
It was really
Very
good
active
attendance.
league.
The last 2 sessions haven't had the best attendance. On the last 2 sessions in IRFL, I mean, they're the best attendance. Only 6, I think, in FP, and there was in 6 concurrent, but that was all scattered around the hour session. And then qualifying, 8 or 9, so not the best. And then
Points are handed out on the Sunday, so
yeah,
maybe
doesn't matter.
drivers seeing a need to come out on the Sunday instead.
Yep. So the tyres for everyone, I believe most drivers will be going on the mediums. Vagos is on the softs.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vagos and Dennis the Gamer, and yeah, they're both on the softs. Everyone else on the medium compound tyres. So it should be a one stop should be for this race. Especially
yeah.
on the mediums. You can get at least 13 laps. There's everyone going onto the grid now. Stealthy on pole position for this race. Second on the grid, there's a spinning Aston Martin at the back of the pack.
I think they forgot to go into the pits.
No, both Aston
Unless
Martin, I believe,
they're
competed yesterday.
Oh, okay.
He's going backwards on. Okay, he's coming in.
Oh, yes, they did.
So, AR2 is overran his place. So, I don't know what's happened with that Alpha Towering. It's Chaos getting into the right positions. Not literally Chaos, but yeah, I don't know what position everyone is. It's a bit of mayhem trying to get into the right positions here.
I do believe it is Stealthy, and then it would be the other Aston Martin, which is not actually here.
I think Dom. I think it's Dom second.
Dom is 4th. It's Dragon in 3rd, with E. Lewis in 5th position, and Chaoxify in 6th. And then behind them is the 2 Alpha Tauris, of only which one is here today.
It was Fish second, actually. Then it was Dragon. Then it was Dommy, and then Elvis and Chaos. That was the grid from yesterday, from Q1. And Dragon is, Dom, sorry, not Dragon. Dom is sideways in the grid spot as well. Dragon not competing, it looks like.
No, I think
There's Late Glue. I don't know what half the drivers are doing right now. I believe Late's
going
going
into
into the
the
pit
pits.
lane, but I think he can. No, he didn't compete. He competed FP1, not or FP. So we'll see if when the grid will go up. But Dom is sideways in his grid spot.
An adventurous tactic, maybe trying to cut off the drivers behind and go straight
Chaos.
from over Lewis.
You're straight into chaos.
Yeah, that is perfectly aligned for that move.
Straight in
But
for
yeah,
the 5-second time penalty as well. Or probably
yeah,
actually
that
drive through.
yeah.
Yeah, probably that's gonna be a penalty, definitely. But because it isn't really on the line. So it's almost time. The lights are about to come on. All 5 lights are on. And we go green in Malaysia. There's a jump start from Stealthy there. Stealthy Elvis, I believe, from 6th on the grid. Or 5th, sorry. But I believe just Stealthy went before the lights. I saw that there have been a lot of jump starts in these races. I saw a jump start in BIFR. And now here, I believe Stealthy went before the lights.
Yeah, a bit of confusion maybe before the lights went out for him, maybe expecting them to go a bit quicker, but obviously not the best of starts for Stealthy, as we see Artui also up there fighting for a podium position with him
Stealthy.
now.
He's gone down the inside. No, Elvis gets him back. And now Arturi now behind Stealthy as well now.
As
So
we see the
Stealthy.
pit runners also now coming
Stealthy.
along.
The pit lane runners out of the pit lane. Chaos also struggling as well in the Mercedes.
Yeah.
4.4 seconds back from the lead. Dom sets another purple sector. Elvis and Stealthy are level. But it looks like, oh, that's Stealthy sliding there. Stealthy down behind AR2E and Elvis now. A big slide for the Alfa Romeo.
Chaos going for the move.
On the
think
outside. Chaos also going for a move on Stealthy behind. But at the end of the first lap, 4.1 seconds is the lead.
I think the Alfa Romeo has just managed to keep his position there. Chaos not able to get
Or is
fully
it?
past him on the straights.
It looks like. No. It looks like they'll get really
No,
close
I
together.
think the oh wow, they are quite close.
They are going wheel to wheel now. Stealthy, I believe, kept his position there. Dom says another purple
Yes.
first sector.
I think Stealthy might be looking at E. Lewis here for a third position even. Very quick out of these few turns, obviously carrying a lot more speed with that Alfa Romeo and going very wide round the bankings here.
And
Actually getting the
Stealthy
move
gets
done, I think.
very surprising getting the move done on the outside of the track.
I'm sure that will be investigated after the race, but for now it's all clean. And Artui now under threat.
And Stealthy's got it up in ahead, ahead into second place.
Wow, Stealthy on a massive recovery drive here from that bad start. 6 seconds to the leader of Dominic away. He's got a bit of a gap to go, but on this pace I don't think he's got too long to wait before he gets there.
So will Stealthy be able to bridge that 6-second gap? Dominic gets a corner cut warning in the last sector on that lap. Stealthy up
He's
in
gone a bit
second
wide
place.
and dropped.
Elvis also ahead of AR2E as well. So Lewis yeah, up into third place.
Chaos now
looking.
battling Artui.
Chaos might get ahead of AR2E here.
He is ahead.
Vegas sent the fastest lap of the race, surprisingly.
Battling with ASM whilst he's doing it though, so ASM looking to try and recover his bad qualifying.
TGM bad. Yeah, he didn't even do quali.
Well, I consider that quite bad.
Wide for Elvis. Lewis. And Chaos gets up ahead of the Williams.
Tui even looking for a move now.
Yep. And Stealthy, look how close he is.
Wow, 1 second. He's managed to bridge 5 seconds in only
So
around a
Elvis.
lap.
Lewis is also only 3 seconds back now. I think he might have had a corner cut. Warning.
Yeah, picking up a lot of warnings there, Dominic.
The Stealthy's got 1, I believe, on the second lap.
He's extended the gap a little bit there in the second sector, going fastest so far. So, obviously trying to respond to that lightning pace from Selfie.
Wide there for Stealthy at the final corner.
Well, I think he might get a warning for that. I don't
No,
know.
I don't think so. I think
No,
he, on the
no.
track bridge went very deep in the middle of the corner.
Yeah. Bargos has
ASM
dropped
passes
back
that.
quite a bit. Yeah.
ASM getting his pace, and also TGM has not made any ground.
No, 21 seconds back. I think he had
Just
quite a
on the tail
bad
late.
start.
They're battling now. Chaos and L Lewis and AR2E, all three of them battling. But now Stealthy's now 4.5 seconds back from the Aston Martin, and it looks like L Lewis has got ahead of Chaos again. Chaos struggling to get through the pack on the inside there. AR2E might get a move done there.
I think he's just lost it on the exit. Chaos of course going very wide, meaning he's got more of a speed going through the few turns following that banking, so obviously carrying a lot more than the Alpha Tauri.
Yeah, this is the first time I've encountered that line was an FP1. I was wondering why they were doing that, but it looks like it is the quicker way to go around the corner.
Yeah, you lose the initial advantage that you'd gain by going a lot deeper.
Vector's Ion's bugging.
I think Chaos has gone quite wide again.
Yep, and he's now behind AR2E and L Lewis battling for that final podium place. They're level on the timing line at the end of the lap.
Very interesting battle here. Both on the same tyre, so both on the same strategy as well, I would imagine. With tyre wear being relatively similar between these two cars.
As a media channel owner, I have to sort out like 15 things at once while commentating. Yeah, I've got to sort out commentators for other sessions. This is the life. And yes, yeah, so Stealthy. L Lewis has had a corner cut, and Vagos is out.
Vagos left, yeah.
Yeah, he might have had a disconnect, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, probably a disconnect.
I see TGM starting to look at Late Glue maybe for the 8th position. Still a second separating those two, so maybe not the closest of battles on the track, but still could be crucial for the McLaren to get his race back on track.
There, Late Glue sliding through the right hand.
I think Chaos is going for a move here.
As well,
I think he's got ahead of E. Lewis.
Look at ASM now, he's in the pack for second place.
Yeah.
Sorry, third place. And now ASM's got ahead of L Lewis, has he?
I think he just has, although E. Lewis will have DRS. Oh no, not on this straight.
L Lewis had a bit of a better exit because ASM went for the inside, and then, but he still couldn't get it. I think the ERS for the Haas probably helped him past. And that's got a gap. Now it's a gap between Chaos now being passed by ASM. ASM on a charge.
Yeah, he is quite good round here, as seen before. I think in Canada he had a very good debut win for the Haas team. So
can he get ahead of
AR2E?
Yes, he has.
Yeah.
3 positions in 1 lap for the Haas driver.
Remarkable feat for him.
Probably never. Oh, Chaos might get AR2E here as well.
Yeah, I think he has.
Yeah, he has. L Lewis is now down in 7th place now, and TGM has got ahead of Late Glue as well.
I think he picked up a time penalty there.
Yep, maybe. So, Stealthy's still falling back from Dominic. Will it be Dominic's first win in IRFL if it stays like this? I believe it will.
Yes, I think so.
And first podium, I think. Maybe.
Yes, I think from the last few races he hasn't finished actually, so it might be his first finish if he completes this race.
And a win at the podium.
Fairly good. I think he's meant to be in the Red Bull. Although transfers happen all the time, so I could be wrong, but I do believe he is.
Then Gamer and L Lewis in the pit lane. L Lewis goes onto the hard compound tyres, and Dennis, the Gamer, goes for the medium tyres, medium to medium for Dennis, the Gamer, and then L Lewis goes medium to hard. So it should be to the end for L Lewis, but maybe not to the end for Dennis, the Gamer.
He will have to comply with the 2-tyre rule, so he will have to switch to a soft compound maybe.
Yep. I don't think a lot of leagues do that rule. It's very hard to enforce the 2-tyre rule.
Yeah, there is a somewhat of an FIA appearance here, so they will be monitoring those, I do believe.
Yeah, you have to, on especially big leagues like the WDRL. WDRL has 3 non-finishes now, or 3 retirements as well. That is halfway through now. We're on lap 9 of 27 here in Malaysia.
Oh, Artui hitting a bit of a bump there.
I'm watching on board with Dennis the Gamer at the moment, going through the last sector of the lap. Selfie's gaining slightly on the Aston Martin in the
Oh,
special
Artui very slow. Late Glue passing him now on the main straight. I don't know what's going wrong with that AlphaTauri, but he's very slow at the exit there.
corner cut penalty.
Yes. So that now gives TGM the opportunity to pass the AlphaTauri driver now as they go side by side into the first
Lots
sector.
of lag.
Yeah, I think now TGM has got past
Yes,
the
looks
AlphaTauri driver.
Or not. Or the switchback for
Trying
TGM.
to make a switch back.
Switchback for TGM. Gets ahead of the AlphaTauri. The AlphaTauri of AR2 has lost a lot of time now already. He only got past about a few corners ago, so he might be struggling there into the barriers. Goes the AlphaTauri of AR2. Straight into the barriers.
Mediums might be graining period.
Yeah, that's not the line you should take through there. He's really struggling. There should be. I think he's going to pit this lap, the AlphaTauri. And Nick is pitting as well from the medium tyres. What will Dom go for on his first stop? The Aston Martin driver from the medium compound tyres.
Well,
Pitting.
he's missed the pit box there.
That could be crucial. To the mediums, he'll do another stop this race. Lake Glue setting personal best
I would
as
imagine
well.
so.
He'll be close with Chaos. Just ahead, he'll come out in 3rd place. And also, credit to ASM. ASM is not that far behind Stealthy now. Yeah, look at ASM.
R2 is staying out there.
ASM is gaining on Stealthy a lot. He's only 3.5 seconds behind the Alpha Romeo.
TGM onto a second set of mediums as well.
I think the 2-stop is probably the strategy that everyone's going for at the moment. And that is, I believe, El Lewis almost flying there into turn 1. Will run on board with TGM still as he goes for a move.
Very wide.
Yeah, El Lewis goes wide. He is on the hard compound tyres, remember? So he'll be not making a stop, most likely, to the end of the race.
TGM passed, I do believe now.
And El Lewis is slow. El Lewis is slow. Really slow.
Yeah, time penalty for Williams there.
Most likely, yeah. Yeah, I think so, yes.
Stealthy now in for
Stealthy
his
is
stop
in the pit
now.
lane. Soft compound tyres.
Soft.
That's a 2-stop,
Very
no
aggressive.
doubt about it. That's a 2-stop, no doubt about it, because I don't think you're getting soft 16 laps at the moment. And he'll come out.
No,
and
I doubt even the mediums can.
Lake Glue also in as well from the medium compound tyres.
As we see Chaoxify now battling here with Stealthy. Obviously Stealthy on a lot newer tyres
Lake Glue will
than
have
the
to
Mercedes.
go for another set of mediums as Stealthy gets ahead of Chaos. Chaos-ify. And AR2 also went for the medium compound tyres.
Oh, Stealthy with a penalty though.
Oh. That's going to be crucial as well. It's going to be close with ASM on the exit then, when ASM comes into the pit lane. This is AR2 from the medium compound tyres to the hard compound tyres. That's surely a one-stop strategy for the AlphaTauri. TGM now in making progress now because Late is about 8 seconds ahead of him. Late is pitted, but TGM now in net about P5 or 6.
Stealthy going quickest on those softs as well.
Yep, he'll be going for an aggressive 2-stop, so he needs to gain a lot of time on this set, because he's gonna have to pit again. I think the win is out of the window.
DRS on Chaos.
Oh, Chaos!
Oh wow, Chaos has just had a massive crash.
That's surely a safety car.
I would imagine so. I would be surprised if the yellow flag wasn't dropped immediately.
Chaos in the barriers, and out of the Malaysia Grand Prix. It looks like his car's been cleared, so it won't be a safety car.
No, I don't believe it is. No.
Safety car.
Safety car.
Safety car. That's a question mark. So.
No safety car.
I don't think there will be a safety car. It's fine.
No. It was fairly off the racing line and even the track as well, so I do believe there was no.
I saw that on
real
board of
need.
Stealthy, and I just saw Chaos in the barriers on the straight.
Yeah. It's a very unusual place to crash a car, especially around this circuit. So many bumps. Just not really seen a driver put it off into the wall at that sort of area.
He'd plug in his controller in, he said, so. I think it's just...
TGM, though. Got fastest lap.
Oh, yeah, TGM fastest lap, and there's a slow Williams. Again. Elvis slowing again.
Maybe not finding a groove with these hard tyres, of course, not
And
the best
wide
race
now.
tyre.
What?
Very
That's wide. That's very wide for the Williams.
ASM also picking up a warning, so don't know what state they are at with the time penalties
Hopefully
for
we can
8
see. Hopefully that'll be good. That'll be good if we can see them. Halfway through the race now as well, so we're coming up to half.
Yeah, there's no
half
time
distance.
penalty.
So we should finish by the F1. Should. Keyword. Should. So
Yes, hopefully.
I think if there's no safety cars, I think we will finish by the
Yellow flags for R2, who is out of this race now.
Safety car is deployed.
Wow, speaking of the devil, I guess.
Speaking of the devil, it's the commentator's curse. It's called.
It is. As we see Tui just sort of, I'm struggling to figure out which corner that is actually.
Yes, before maybe the banking.
Yes, just before it.
Yeah, I think that's where it is.
Yeah, I've just seen TGM
ASM has a safety car to pit, remember? He could come out in the lead of the race. It's going to be tight with Stealthy, but he's got a safety car. It's going to be close with the...
Dominic, I think, will just keep it.
I think Dominic will just keep it, but we're running on board with Stealthy. It's going to be... I think Stealthy will stay in second place. Stealthy's speeding.
Yes.
Surely.
It's catching up to the safety car, so I do believe there is no
It's
real...
going to be close with Denai. Denai will actually come in, sorry, from the medium tyres. ASM gone for the softs.
I don't know they can make it that long. I think
Late
the medium
Blue
would have
also
been
in. So Denai from the mediums to the mediums. So we'll have to make another stop. Late Glue in as well.
TGM in as well.
Late Glue going for from the mediums. So the hards that'll be is
Dominic's not. Dominic's crashed.
Dominic's out under the safety car.
Dominic is
ASM
off.
will lead.
So Late Glue now inherits the third position.
Yeah, Late Glue into third place. Chaos under the safety car. 2 retirements. Three retirements in quick succession.
Yeah. His mouse died, so unfortunately wasn't able to steer out of the way of a barrier heading nose first straight into it. Obviously seeing how it could DNF in that sort of
Not
conditions.
very happy, I think we should say.
No, I wouldn't imagine so. Having a great race, but retiring here anyway.
So there's the safety car.
ASM,
ASM,
yep.
I believe, leads. Oh, no, ASM is off the track.
I think he's trying to pick up a penalty there. Yeah, he has done.
That's
So
'cause
obviously
he's
trying to pick up a penalty.
Which is not a thing you normally see.
No, I think he's just trying to clear his record. Obviously, it would be a very big shame to
There's
hit.
Stealthy comes in, and ASM will lead here in Malaysia. Stealthy
Yes.
almost gets ahead of the Haas. And now there goes Stealthy.
Very confusing strategies from the safety car drivers.
Who is driving in the safety car today?
I'm not actually too sure if I'm honest with you. I think it usually is Quirble, but I can't quite make out the name.
It's Fenris and someone else.
I think now 2 drivers just to be put onto the back of the safety car of TGM and E. Lewis. So I think E. Lewis now into the pits.
E. Lewis into the pits, and he's just a long way back.
I don't think this really helps anybody out strategy-wise. I mean, it's too long to go onto the soft compound again.
So it's just mediums. He's gone for hards again. That is weird strategy. Hard tyres.
Yeah.
Safety car won't be in this lap because
I think.
Yeah, Dom's left.
Yes.
Dom, I think we should let Fish drive in this session.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think the soft compound definitely won't be making it to the end of this race as it stands,
Yeah,
unless there is
ASM.
another safety car.
ASM is on the softs. So I don't
Maybe
think...
trying to get a gap.
Yeah. Look at Denai. He's ahead of Stealthy.
Yeah, I think that's just a bit of a leaderboard problem.
No,
I do
look,
believe
he's actually ahead.
Oh, he is ahead. Yeah, I think Stealthy's just got his position back, but
Run on board is not actually pushing because it's a bit boring under safety cars. Safety car.
yeah.
So 12 laps to go. We've got about 20 minutes to do this.
Yeah, that's plenty of time.
4 laps left in the WDRL if you want to wonder. Ish.
As we now see ASM coming into the pits here, obviously, and wow, even Dennis as well into the pits.
Everyone in.
And
Everyone
Stealthy,
in.
I think. Everybody in. Wow.
Everyone.
So everybody, of course, yeah,
All
literally
in
everybody
pits.
is into the pits.
Everyone except
E. Lewis
Elwood.
as well.
Oh, everyone in!
Everybody's in the pits. What?
This is really mind-blowing. Stealthy leads. TGM in
Stealthy on the
second.
mediums.
TGM in
second on
second.
the mediums.
My.
Leglo on the mediums.
Oh my
and
god. This is.
Wow.
Dennis is driving the safety car, just to tell you.
I think all the drivers were hitting the 2 tyre marks there, so they could come into a more sensible tyre. Although ASM still on the softs for some reason. I'm not too sure how the Haas driver thinks he can take those around about 10-ish laps. So confusing strategies from the Haas department.
As we saw in the
But we'll have to see
USA,
if it plays
a
out or
driver took 10 laps on a set of softs in the USA. Anything could happen.
Yeah, I think USA a lot better for tyre wear than Malaysia. I think we saw the mediums do about 10 laps, so
13.
smarter drivers.
It can do about 7 laps, I would think.
Yeah, maybe a 2-stop.
I don't even know who's in the lead. I don't know who's second. Stealthy's in. Okay, there's 5
Stealthy,
cars.
TG, I think. No,
Safety car in this
okay,
lap.
I think safety car is in this lap.
So safety car is coming into the pit lane at the end of this lap. So safety car into the pit lane, and we will go racing in due course.
Struggling to figure out who is actually where. The Haas driver of ASM, I think that is just gaining on everybody. But I think it should be the McLaren in third or second. I've forgotten, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Oh, is he gone?
He's gone.
I think Stealthy's gone.
Safety car.
He has gone, yeah, DRS
God,
deployed.
it's gonna be really close to the safety car. No.
The safety car's forgotten to go into the
The
pits.
safety car's forgotten to go in the pits. Chaos as we get
Williams.
running. Green flag
dropped
running
now.
here in Malaysia. Stealthy leads.
Dennis gaining on him here, but I think he's just got too far of a gap between
Dennis is
him
ahead.
to make a move. Dennis ahead now, switch back from him.
They
Beautiful
got
move.
me inside. The
gotta be
safety
close.
car forgot to go in the pit lane. I've never seen that before.
I've never seen that before as well. Stealthy though, still trying to get ahead
Ooh,
of Dennis.
Bump. Dennis in the
Oh,
barriers.
Dennis lost his front wing. I think
Has he?
ASM also. I saw a front wing go loose. I'm not too sure whose it
I think it was
was.
an Aston Martin. It looked like for me, and TGM leads.
I think there might be a visual glitch, as I definitely did see a front wing go, and
Definitely did.
Dennis also has slowed down horrifically. TGM has managed to get into the lead of this race still, but will be vulnerable to the DRS attacks of Stealthy and ASM behind him.
Very wide there. We're gonna ride up. Selfie's retaking it.
Stealthy taking the lead, no DRS for either driver, it's the Haas's with DRS. Late on the brakes here is ASM with the soft compound trying to get ahead. I think that was Lakeloo squirmy on the exit there as...
There's a car. It's a driver literally in the wall, in the pit wall there. So
obviously not getting that cleared up quick enough, but still ASM gaining on these two,
then
but
I
still
in the
not
pit
really...
lane. I believe he needs to replace his front wing.
Yeah, must have been a visual glitch from our
disaster.
perspectives. TGM going very aggressive over a barrier there, losing out to ASM, I do believe, who's finally making those soft tyres work, but I would imagine he'd need to be at least 5 seconds ahead of the pack at this point.
Yeah, disaster for Aston Martin. They looked so good, and then it all went down the toilet for both Aston Martins. Of Dom, that's ASM. Almost in the barriers, and also the other Aston Martin, the other Haas of Lake Lewis ahead of TGM, and now Stealthy leading by a margin now. of about 1.3 seconds.
Not working out for ASM. He needs to be ahead. He needs to have a gap over this pack because if he wants to finish this race on the soft tyres, he'll have to pit again. I don't believe the softs will make it that long, although he's certainly willing to prove us wrong.
So
TGM now ahead.
Oh, that's
I think.
that's the half.
Oh,
the
it's
McLaren.
penalty now.
TGM.
Penalty for the McLaren. It's not really been his day. He was in the lead a few moments ago, but a few minor mistakes can impact a driver's mental state very effectively. And so obviously picking up a few warnings and then a time penalty.
Yeah, pushing, getting a warning because you'll be pushing, and then it just comes a conundrum effect or concertina effect. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, dry for the whole race. It has been so far.
Dennis going quickest in the final sector though. Still a bit too far away. ASM now.
He needs to gain about 2.5 seconds a lap. That's wide for Stealthy there.
I would imagine team orders would be coming into play at Haas here. I mean, Lake Lou obviously on the worse tyre than ASM, but ASM not really making any dents into Stealthy's lead. Of course, Stealthy now going fastest in the second sector.
So, right now, Stealthy up to the line, fastest up the race with purple last sector.
ASM still improving, but maybe not as much as he would like. Lake Lou also going green in all sectors.
It's been a pretty solid
TGM.
race for Haas. They didn't take part in qualifying in the P23 at the moment.
Yes, I think it was a 1-2 last race at GB, I think it was. So obviously,
That's
team
Stealthy.
really working. Oh,
Here comes
Stealthy
ASM.
penalty there?
No,
that-
he had got very loose and lost
Ooh.
a second, and also got a warning.
Once again, we're seeing that wide line through the banking. ASM still gaining, of course, the better tyre, but how long can those softs hold on for? I'm not sure. Still got the pace to keep up with him, though, as we head into the third sector and towards the RS straight. Will there be a tactical move from the Alfa
Well,
Romeo driver?
It's the last lap and the last corner of the WDRL race. Dill didn't take part in qualifying. From last on the grid, Dill with Romzo crosses the line to win the Qatar Grand Prix from last on the grid by 14 seconds. I don't know how he's done that.
To repeat that here. 1 second the gap, though. I think the tyres might have just gone for the Haas driver.
Yep. He's now a second behind. 6 seconds left of the race. It doesn't look like he's struggling. It just looks like he's struggling with understeer.
Yeah,
I'm an understeer driver. I like understeer.
Personally, I like a bit of oversteer because I always want to make sure that I can make a corner and don't go straight into a barrier, but that can work out.
Understeer is easier to control, and I just like it. Feels nice. I don't.
Yeah.
When it's oversteer, it just doesn't feel. It feels like you're losing a lot of time. With the understeer, it just feels like you're just getting on the throttle pretty earlier than what you're doing on oversteer. For like Monza or so, you want an understeer setup.
Yeah. I think for places like a street circuit like Monaco or even France or Spain, especially in here, you do want a car that can turn in very efficiently.
Yeah,
Stealthy though, going quite quicker.
Even quicker. Going
Yeah.
off topic, us there. So
Yeah.
got 5 laps. Come on.
2.6. TGM has got ahead, I do believe, of Lake Lou. I think he's picked up a
Penalty.
warning there himself, but
I don't think he has. I think that's just
Lake Lou
TGM having
very
the pace.
slow. Yeah. But TGM may be making a late charge here in Malaysia. Especially if ASM's tyres have gone off. I think the second place is all but his.
Yeah, he's losing 5 tenths a sector to Stealthy. And TGM gaining about half a second on Stealthy. So it's about a second a lap or second a sector on ASM. So he's gonna get him in the next few laps. We'll run on board with ASM. What is he struggling
slowly.
with? ASM doesn't look like he's doing that bad. Let's see through this corner. It doesn't look that understeery. It doesn't look that bad. To be
Well,
honest with you.
yeah, I think it is just those soft tyres starting to fall off now. 3.7 seconds, the gap between the two drivers. It's going to be a complicated one for SM to finish this race. Stealthy into the pits, was that? Yes, it is. Stealthy into the pits here.
Wow! But the
Maybe not
medium-
filling out that 2-tyre requirement.
I don't think he has, yeah. I don't think... no, yeah, I don't think he has, yeah.
So this gives
Oh, no,
TGM...
he has. Yes. That... It is.
He's going on to the
Softs.
softs now, so...
TGM's lost a lot to ASM, though.
Yeah, it's around 2 seconds, I think
7
that was.
seconds.
2 or 3. Yeah, but TGM wasn't right behind him, I do believe.
But can Stealthy get 17 seconds in 4 laps? Stay tuned and you'll see.
It will be a very interesting one if he does do that. I mean, it'll be an incredible drive for the Alfa Romeo driver, but I think that might be a bit much for him, despite the old tyre status of these front runners. As we're going to look towards, I think, Dennis and E. Lewis, a battle that looks pretty inevitable at the moment. Around 4 seconds separating the former leader of this race and E. Lewis now.
So, Dennis sets a purple first sector on his lap. But Stealthy sets a purple middle sector. TGM not gaining enough. ASM could have this win. Safety car window is now closed as well.
TGM, I think he's picked up a warning there in the final sector, going very wide over the final turn.
Then I set a purple middle sector as well. Up to the line
And
goes
he's now
Stealthy.
got up to E. Lewis.
Let's see how much he gains in the last sector on ASM. 1.6 seconds.
Wow, Dennis just such an... Oh wow, he's gone very wide there and picked up a penalty. So that flawless lap of Dennis is just all been undone by a penalty in the last corner whilst fighting with E. Lewis. TGM though, was that like a second to the last lap? Gained on ASM?
About 3 seconds. It was 1.5 in the last sector, so I think Stealthy could win this. Another 2 seconds in that first sector.
He'll be rocking up back soon to the rear of Late Glue.
But
so he might face a bit of difficulties there.
TGM's gaining.
Yeah, ASM obviously his tyres have fully gone, I would imagine, at this point. Of course, softs
Stealthy wide.
not meant to be the longest.
Another 2 purple sectors on this lap, so it's another 2 seconds. So it's about 4 seconds he's gained this lap.
Very consistent here from the Alfa Romeo driver. As TGM within 3 seconds at the moment, or 3.5 seconds.
3.3.
Yeah.
So Stealthy up to the line. And that was the fastest lap. Another 2 seconds in that sector. So he's gaining 6 seconds that lap. So
it's going to be a close one. 2 laps remaining, 6 seconds to gain per lap. It's doable.
It's actually 3 laps, but...
Well, yeah.
So I think Stealthy could win this. And it'll be a brilliant charge. And TGM's now 2 seconds behind. Really struggling. TGM could win this, I think.
It's
It's
very wide
anyone's
open.
game.
Yeah, it is. I think other than Late Glue, maybe, who hasn't had the best of races, just sort of coasting, really. After winning, I do believe, Canada, I think it was.
So, TGM 1.1 seconds back now.
Yeah,
What can
Lewis
Stealthy
in
do in
pits
the
as
middle
well.
sector? Stealthy's going to be right on the tail of Late
Top
Glue
and
soon.
front.
There, we can see him.
I think he might just have DRS heading onto this straight. He's right behind him now.
So we go to the battle for the lead of the race. TGM doesn't have the DRS, but he has the pace. ASM doesn't have the tyres. TGM could take the lead and could win down into turn 1.
Late Glue.
Late Glue.
He's got company behind him. Stealthy is there.
TGM takes the lead. The McLaren leads from the pit lane. Brilliant performance from TGM as he takes the lead.
Look a bit further back, we see Stealthy and Late Glue. Stealthy's just past the Haas driver,
5.6
I think,
seconds.
but he'll be trying to make it as difficult as possible.
Go get about 3 seconds this lap.
Dennis also into the pits.
It's already a second now, the gap.
So TGM just has to hold on now, try and get that gap going. But Stealthy on a very large charge here on these soft tyres.
On board with him. 5 minutes of the F1 as well, so we'll end before this, so it's all good.
Very nice.
So, penultimate lap of this Malaysia Grand Prix. There's ASM. Stealthy! Oh, wow!
Stealthy very wide. That was an incredible composure from him there.
How
To keep that on
has
the
he
track.
kept it on the out of the wall? As here comes Stealthy for second place.
I don't think he's going to get it.
Into the final corner, though, he will get it in the final corner.
That's just out-tractioned
But
by
ASM's going to be close to Late Glue as well, his teammate.
TGM picking up a warning. I don't know whether... I think that might be him with a penalty now. 18 cuts on the board. And I think you're only allowed 3. So he might have just picked one up that cost him...
the win.
Oh, no, he hasn't. Well, he's on very thin ice here, the McLaren driver. He might just keep this win. 2 seconds the gap now.
They're Stealthy. Really, almost.
Late Glue also picking up a warning here, getting ahead of his teammate.
Because he did cut the corner a lot. A remarkable end to one of the most remarkable races we've seen in a long time.
Well,
Will it be won by Stealthy? Will it be won by TGM? TGM.
It's the gap.
It looks like he hasn't gained. TGM from the pit lane has had a superb race. He has one more corner to navigate.
Keep clean into the last corner.
One more corner. Stealthy on a late charge. Couldn't get him.
He's done it.
TGM. No!
No, TGM with a penalty.
Stealthy went into the final corner. Sensational stuff. TGM won't get second. Late Glue gets second by 0.4 of a second.
ASM finishing in fourth
what
here.
a race for Stealthy. Sensational. For one corner, if he had one corner less, would have been, guess what? A win for TGM, I think. I think it was at the final corner.
I think he just went a bit wide over the final
turn. Then is going for the fastest
penalty.
lap as well. He got a purple first sector.
I don't know whether he'll get to finish this before the session is over.
My time's literally 90% gone. That's why I was slow. Look at how much ASM lost on that last lap. 8 seconds.
Wow.
Here comes Denai. Can he get the fastest lap on the... He goes yellow in the middle sector though. So, this might not be the fastest lap. Chaos. No, that's wide! So, red flag. So, round the final corner. Will it be the fastest lap for Denai? Could have won this race, but he got front wing damage. After the safety car, up to the line.
He picked up a penalty there.
Yeah, I think so.
And we will never know.
We will never know.